Derek, I have a question.
Okay.
Have you ever been bullied before?
Bullied?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by bully? So that I can answer properly.
This is when a person or a group of people make someone feel bad, tease them, or push them, punch them, or even kick them to make them feel pain about themselves or their surroundings or their personality or something about them.
Yeah. Yes, I've been bullied several times.
Interesting. Okay.
Especially when I was young. So bullying happens when you're young, bullying happens at school, bullying happens in the workplace. There's what they call workplace bullying also.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. I never knew that. I thought maybe people grow out of it.
You see, like you correctly defined bullying. You realize that there are people who just enjoy inflicting pain on others. They like to make fun of others. And I don't know the causes, but I think when we were growing up, bullying would happen mostly, the bullies most of the time, they were coming from dysfunctional homes. That's one of the reasons why I really, really want to help as many people as possible to have peaceful homes and loving homes, where there's an environment of care and love. Yeah, because if somebody is in a dysfunctional home where people are always shouting, where people are always fighting, it becomes their second nature. So wherever they go, they want to, let everybody feel pain. That could be one of the things. And another reason why people do bullying also could be seeking attention. You know how, especially when you are young children, you want everybody to see that you are the guy or you are the lady. And you poke fun on others and do all kinds of things. Yeah, bullying happened on me many times. When I was young, particularly when I was in primary, I had a big body.
Okay.
I was what they called a fat guy. And then I played football.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in the football team.
Interesting. Were you interested in football?
I loved the football. My problem was the running aspect. I remember I played number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a good defender, but my problem was that I would kick the ball. You know when you're playing football, when you are given a ball by someone, you are supposed to move with the ball. Or maybe you kick to someone and then you keep moving so that they can pass to you and so on. But I would not do that. I would just kick a very long ball and I remain standing holding my...
Holding your chin.
Yeah, I just hold my waist. And then my teacher, he's late now. My teacher then, who was our coach, he was very harsh. So he would call me by some nicknames, Those I went to school with will remember the nicknames there. He would call me nicknames that had something to do with me being fat. You! This! And then people would be laughing and mocking me. So wherever I went, people knew that name and they would call that name. And it was beginning to cause me to feel inferior. I felt like I was not like everybody else. I had quite a number of names, really, because of my fatness. And also, to make things worse, my mom and my dad, I think they got tired of buying short trousers for me, the uniform. They got tired of buying short trousers for me, which was my age size. So they would buy very big ones. I remember there's this particular uniform they bought for me. I think it must have been for a boy in secondary school, but I was in primary school. So you put on the shirt, it was very big, and then the trouser, the short trouser, you would think actually it's a long trouser. So when I'm running, it will this life. So people were laughing at me. I remember another time also I was bullied. We were having some football matches with different schools. We were now at secondary now. And then this group of guys from another school, they came to me, they say, this guy is very handsome. So you see, bullying comes in many ways. I was being mocked for being fat. And then at the same time, somebody can come to you and say, ooh, this guy is very handsome. And I thought it was a compliment. Before I knew it, people gathered. The other one is saying, is this what a handsome guy looks like? Why are you crazy? This guy is not handsome. Another one says, no, he's handsome. They start arguing. They start mocking me. They say, you must be having beautiful sisters. Where are your sisters? What? I almost cried that day. But I didn't know what to do. And you know how people just make fun of you. And then also another level of bullying was with the big boys.
Oh, with the big boys.
Yeah, the big boys. Somebody would just look at you and say, young man, you look so cute. Okay. I'm slapped. I'm being slapped. What have I done for being handsome and for answering back? I'm bigger than you. What? So, yes, I've been bullied a number of times. Why did you ask?
I'm just asking to be curious. Yeah.
Have you been bullied yourself?
No.
You have not been bullied?
I've never been bullied.
Or have you been bullying people?
I think I have. Because I don't like what the person is doing, or I don't like the way they're treating me. Not really like bullying, but I think the feeling of someone trying to take advantage of you. So when they try to take advantage of me, I'm like, okay, we'll see who's gonna win. We'll see who's gonna win. And
so what you have done is not bullying, but you have tried to deal with bullies.
Yeah.
I have done that too.
Okay.
Especially with those people of my age. You know, when I was young, I was fat. Yeah. And I liked doing exercises. So I would do press-ups until my knuckles were black.
Oh.
So I remember there was a time when we were doing boxing with the boys, you know, doing boxing.
You also did that.
Yeah. I'm telling you. But I don't encourage it, but it happened, you know, when we were young. And we also walked long distances going to school, so especially secondary. So you find that people say, let's have fun, let's do boxing. So doing boxing like this, I heard everybody complaining that, hey, this guy's punches are too strong. So from that time, the bullying reduced.
Okay.
Because they were saying these guy's punches are too strong. So they were just telling everybody, they were telling each other, and nobody was interested in playing boxing with me again. But my problem was with the big boys. Those ones were big problems. And I ended up having to report at home. Particularly for two big boys that were bullying me when we were heading cattle. They were bullying me when we were coming from school. They beat me for no reason. And
after you reported, what did they do?
Interesting. What happened? That's a good one. Okay, I remember for the two big boys, there were many big boys. But there are two that were sorted. Because I told my mom, my dad was staying far away.
Okay.
So I told mom that so and so was bullying me. And mom said, no problem. I don't have a child that will be, I didn't give birth to you so that you can be beaten. Let's go. So I remember we went to the other one and he apologized. Then we went to the other one at a different time. And this guy, he refused to come out of his bedroom. Because my mom was very angry. She said, come out. You were beating my child, who is not your age. Now, come out so that you fight me.
What did the mother
now you need
say?
to he was a big boy. I didn't even know where the mother was. And he was just a next door neighbor. He was just having fun, beating me and talking nonsense, you know. So I think my mom stood up for me. I don't know whether parents could easily do that. I don't know how many parents can actually stand up for their children. But I think these days, you know, with bullying, there's a lot that can be done. Like, for example, if you are being bullied at school, you could possibly report to the teachers if it is too much for you. If you feel like I can no longer concentrate in my schoolwork and I'm now discouraged, or you just feel like you are nothing, you might have to report to the teacher so that the bullies can be dealt with. But what else do you think should be done to deal with bullies in your experience?
My experience, I think it also deals with the personality. My personality, I'm an extrovert. So being an extrovert, I like socializing with people. And once I socialize with other people, when I walk around and those bullies come to me, I have those other people who are on my side already because I've been nice on them the other days. When this happens, I tell them, go tell the teacher that, this, that. I help them each and every way that I can. So when I pass by and the bully comes, they start fighting for me, either in ways or something. They're like, here's the bully, she comes, blah, 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 blah. Just to help me or just to cover up for me.
I see. Okay, so instead of suffering alone in the hands of a bully, one needs to have a friend or friends who know about it. And probably avoid walking alone when you know that there is a bully that is always giving you problems, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which means you can actually try and avoid being alone. I also think another thing that helps when you know that these bullies are giving you problems is to avoid them. Where possible. I mean, you see a bully coming this direction, you go in a different direction. What else can you do? You go in a different direction. I think there is no one way of solving it. Depends on the age of the bully, what the bully is doing. If the bully is just abusing you verbally, sometimes you can just decide to have a thick skin and say, you are saying I'm a dog, and I look at myself, I don't find a tail. I don't see myself looking like a dog. Who cares? But if you are slapping me, or your words are always coming in very hard on me, and also like you are saying, the issue of the personality is another issue. Yeah. So I think dealing with bullies is not easy to prescribe, but somebody can actually even go for therapy. I've heard that there are people who go for therapy even after they have grown up.
It's sad.
That's just to show you how bad bullying is.
I think as you grow, thinking about your childhood, or as it goes on as you're growing, high school, blah, 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 and now the effects, the nightmares, mainly it's nightmares of what has been happening in your life, and you can't really deal with it. And once you go on and you find out that you're already at therapy because of something that was happening back then. Some even end up having suicide.
That's sad.
So
which means if bullies knew the extent to which they would actually cause someone to fail in life or even to lose their life, I don't think bullies would keep on bullying.
Most of the bullies also bully because you don't fit in. And the feeling of not fitting in, that feeling they give you or they try to force it on you, that you don't fit in with us or you're not allowed into school, you don't belong here. I remember this girl who said to me in a secondary school, she said that you don't belong here, you're way younger than us and you're supposed to be back in primary school. I was like, excuse me, lady. Yes, I don't belong here, I belong in higher places. You belong here. You should stay here as you are. Blessed be your name. Mrs. Belonging. And I left because I was feeling like, yeah, let her belong. I don't belong here. I belong in higher places. And that's where I'm going, so I belong.
I think also your advantage was the being an